Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt186 and I'm taking a look at, we're going to talk about what I'm taking a look at in a minute, more in detail on that, but I'm taking a look at a 60% keyboard that is by Sharon. It's the SK61, which could also be by Maker, which could also be by HK Gaming as the GK61. Maker is also the SK61. It could also be by Skyloom, the SK61. They're all the same, it seems, as long as it's this kind, and let me explain. So I originally went on to Amazon and I was looking, I was like, let me try this Sharon, I think I'm pronouncing that right, SK61 keyboard. When it arrived, it had Skyloom on it. When I opened it up, the documentation said GK61 software download, go here. And then I even went to Maker because Maker, which is Epoch Makers, makers of Epoch, whatever that's supposed to stand for, they actually kind of sponsor a bunch of things from like Ajaz or Moto Speed. Anyways, long story short, they also have this software. All these softwares look the same with different company marks at the top. In fact, one of the company marks I didn't even recognize as any of the logos for any of the companies, but they will all recognize the keyboard and you can go in there and control it. In my humble opinion and my impatience with it, I decided that this thing would take a long time to sit down and try to figure out how to navigate it and use it. It's not very user-friendly across the board for any of the SK61s or GK61s. This very important point I wanted to make is it appears to be the same keyboard with the same Gatoron optical switches across the board between GK61s and SK61s from a lot of companies like Skyloom, Sharon, Maker, HK Gaming. It appears to be the same keyboard through and through. Some of the subtle differences though are they offer it in different colors or different keycaps. You can even get it with little panda bears on the spacebar. All right, enough about that. Let's go into the rest of the video talking about it. I just wanted to make sure I was clear on that for people in case you go looking and get confused by all the brands out there throwing the seemingly same keyboard at you. It probably is. These are totally different from things like Royal Pledge's RK61 though, in the fact that they're not wireless. They require USB power, plug them in. These are RGB keyboards and they feature pretty awesome Gatoron optical switches, which can give you upwards of 80 million to 100 million click life cycle because it's using the infrared optical switch versus mechanical or linear switches that have a lot of moving parts that may break down. Now you may be wondering, do these still sound good? So we'll pause here real quick, and I have the Gatoron Browns. And they're Gatoron Brown optical switches. So we'll pause here and you can listen to what those sound like. They are personally my favorite sounding switches, not necessarily just Gatoron's Browns, but Brown switches in general. I prefer something that's more of a thump to a click clack of a blue. So here we go. One more thing to say about any 60% keyboard you get, especially if it's your first one, be sure and save the card that shows you the three-way different versions of shortcuts using function. Because a lot of people like to get these and then be like, I don't remember which hotkey shortcut does what. It's important maybe to keep that card under the keyboard or with the keyboard so that when you need to reference it, you've got your quick answer there. Because unlike other 60% keyboards, they may have different variants of hotkeys. Size and weight are all very reminiscent of the Royal Pledge RK61 keyboard. It is a super comfortable keyboard to use and I enjoy the experience on it 100%. We will pause here though and I'm going to go over some of the lighting functions that are built into it and how you can change that without having to use that nasty, messy software. It got really bright in here. I guess the clouds are moving on and that ISO is turned up way high. Watch this. Watch this little trick right here. Nope, that got brighter. Probably shouldn't mess with it while I'm making a video though, so I'll leave it that way. You guys can deal with the the extreme washed outness of the sun. One of the burdens of an office with many windows. It does connect via USB Type-C in the back to USB Type-A, and they include this beautiful cable in order to help you do that. Because if they didn't, that'd be kind of crampy. You wouldn't be able to power it without buying another USB-C cable or salvaging one somewhere. Seems like an obvious statement, but whatever. On the bottom are 4 rubberized feet. These rubberized feet hold the desk very well in conjunction with the weight of the keyboard, because the keyboard does have that hefty weight for its size. One of the things I like that really adds to that quality feel. It is a thick plastic bezel, not a metal bezel, and it's just nice. On the particular keyboard that I have, the keycaps seem to be PBT, but they are not double shot injection. There's no light that bleeds through the keys, such as illuminating the letters or symbols that are on them. However, the light more fades out throughout the background of the keyboard, which is kind of a nice effect, especially on a lighter color keyboard like a white one or maybe a pink or a blue one, versus having the keys illuminated from the inside, which, just food for thought. Some people may be more interested in having the letter illuminated more than the back, because in a dark setting, if the back is illuminated and the letter is not, it's probably going to be harder to see for you. Anyways, guys, that's all I have to say about the EPO Maker HK Gaming Skylung Chiron SK61 GK61 keyboard. Just keep in mind, a lot of these are pretty much the same keyboard, so if you go shop and shop well, and I'll see you guys in the next video that I do. Have a great day, night, whatever it is.